Hello, everybody. It is October 14th, 2019. It's 11:30 a.m. Pacific and 2:30 p.m. Eastern, and it is time for our midday mindful moment. I'm Reverend Jonathan Zenz. I am the spiritual director of Tucson New Thought, and this is the time and place where we check in each weekday for a few minutes of mindfulness, coming to you Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday at this time. And I'm grateful that you are here. We daily take this opportunity to actively engage our spiritual practice. And the reason that we do that is because when we are actively engaged in spiritual practice, when we are really rooting ourselves in the notion that all there is love, when we are rooting ourselves in the practice of infinite forgiveness and ultimately remembering who we are, life gets better all around. So that is what we are here to do, and I welcome you and am grateful that you have decided to spend a few minutes with me here today. Whether you're watching live or on the replay, hey, post a comment. Let me know that you are here. I always love to know that you're here. And I do want to start with my daily reminder, which is this. You are love. You are light. You are life. You are magnificent. Take the time to reflect on your own magnificence and let yourself be motivated by that for the rest of the day. You know, yesterday I gave a talk. I do call it a sermon. The whole slew of reasons why I still call it a sermon, even though that's so rooted in what a lot of people look to New Thought to sometimes get away from, which is the concept of a traditional religion. But the idea of a sermon is that a sermon is there to inspire, as opposed to a talk or a lecture, which is meant to educate. But so I like the idea that what I'm doing is still inspiring through my words, and so that's why I use the word sermon. That was all a little bit of a tangent. Yesterday I gave a talk, I gave my sermon, and it was on the very notion of that phrase that I use all the time, you are magnificent. And I really went into the understanding of why it is you are magnificent. So why do you think you're magnificent? Why do you think you are magnificent? What I have come to is that our unique expression of this infinite divine power is the thing that makes us magnificent. We are magnificent as this divine power. But our unique expression is actually the way in which we limit the divinity that is expressed as us. And that is magnificent in and of itself. So I am no longer afraid of appropriate limitation, because that's how I choose to express my life. I am in that place of always looking more towards the unlimited, but I know that my expression is limited in its own way. There's nothing wrong with that. As long as I'm not holding on to limitations from the past, I get to know that the infinite nature, that unlimited nature, is always flowing forth by means of me. And I am in that process of creation. Now, Ernest Holmes writes this: creation does not mean making something out of nothing. What do you think he means by that? He's saying basically that if spirit is all there is, which is what we teach, then everything exists. Everything that has potential to exist already exists, and our work ultimately is to bring it to mind, to create, to allow that creation to come into fruition in our experience, but it all already exists. He continues on by saying creation is the passing of spirit into form and is eternally going on. Here's the thing about form. Form changes. Spirit doesn't change. It's like in science. Energy can neither be created nor destroyed, and spirit is energy. But the way that that energy is molded is what we call form, and that can change. The appearance of it can change. So, what do you think about that? For me, I'm like, wow, it feels good. It feels empowering. It feels sometimes a little scary, because what it also means is that I am in charge of my own expression, my own form. I am in charge. And I cannot blame anybody else for anything in my life. I cannot blame God outside the self for anything. I need to know that my way of addressing this thing called life is to live in responsibility. My ability to respond to the experiences that I keep creating and creating and recreating and recreating and creating and creating and recreating and creating. So I want us to root ourselves in this notion that we are responsible, that we know who we are, and that understanding who we are, our lives are blessed and always flowing forth magnificently. So if you're in a place where you can close your eyes and it's comfortable and safe for you to do so, I'm going to invite you to have that luxury and just to allow yourself to take this all in. And let us, as I always do, let us start with a breath by taking in a nice deep breath and releasing that breath. One more breath. Let's take in another breath and release that. Here's what I know. I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that there is only one power, there is only one presence, there is only one infinite creative resource, there is only one spirit, there is only one source. There is source and nothing else. This source is expressing itself by means of all creation. It is expressing itself by means of me. It is expressing itself by means of each and every one of us. It is expressing itself by means of everything we perceive to be inanimate. All of it is animated spirit flowing forth, for at the core it is all energy. Energy expressed and molded as form. There is only source. There is nothing else. And knowing that this is who and what I am, I know that the word I speak right now, is rooted in source power. This source power is flowing through me right here and right now as it flows through each and every one of us right in this moment and in every moment. For it is unceasing, it is unstoppable, it is always flowing forth into creation as creation. So trusting this and allowing, I trust and know that my wholeness is holiness, that I know who I am, that I am this source power, and that the perfect creative nature is constantly flowing forth in more magnificent ways as the expression and outflow of my life. And this is true for each and every one of us. This is true for all who are receptive to the expression of this word right here and right now. And I trust and know that we are, each and every one of us, wholly receptive to the good. And so I know that the good is constantly flowing forth. I know that reality is reality. That my perception of circumstances is rooted in an infinite reality. So there is nothing else. There is only this flow. I trust and know and allow, and my life is so good, and oh so good, and oh so good. I breathe into this with gratefulness in my heart, allowing my heart to expand, that heart energy to expand with gratefulness to my entire physical beingness and beyond the physical perceptions of limitation, and expand and expand and expand. And I allow this gratitude to simply well up and take over and let it flow. I let it flow, knowing that gratitude is that perfect, perfect creative fuel. And so I know it is so right here, right now. And I let it be so as I relax, release, let go, allow, and live in the flow. I let it be so, and so it is. Good morning, Kelly. Nice to see you. Nice to have you join me. I'm so grateful that you have taken the time to hang out with me today for a couple of minutes. Keep an eye out, as always, for more opportunities for the midday mindful moment. I do come to you every single weekday at 11:30 a.m. Pacific, 2:30 p.m. Eastern. If you haven't already, I would love for you to love or like or react to this video in a perfect way. Comment on this video. Let me know that you are here. Yes, Kelly, and so it is. Oh, yes. Also, share this video. If you know anyone who you trust will be motivated by this deeper understanding of the truth of who they are, share this with them. Spread this good. We together can magnify mindfulness practice. I do want to remind everybody, I'm so excited that we're having another full moon release party tomorrow night at Tucson New Thought, 6:30 p.m., right there at the center, 4500 East Speedway, Suite 7. I know that the full moon was last night, but Carriemun was scheduled to be out of town, so we switched it. Anyway, that's a whole other thing. So we're doing it tomorrow because here's the deal. In some configuration in this solar system, the moon is always full. I mean, we're always full, right? We are always the fullness of life, and so we can reflect that. Keep an eye out also for our email tomorrow, which is going to have a big announcement about what's happening at Tucson New Thought. I'm not going to tell you what that is yet, but it is going to be in the email tomorrow. Also, we do come together for meditation every single Wednesday at 6 p.m. Celebration on Sundays at 10 a.m. And this coming Friday, we're going to do another Raise Your Voice sing-along event. We learn one song, I teach it in 3-part harmony, and we all just have a good time singing our guts out. We're going to be doing the song What a Wonderful World this Friday, so join us at Tucson New Thought at 6:30 for that. And that's it. I am so grateful, like I say, that you are here with me and that you join us all the time. Keep an eye out for everything that's going on. Check out our website, check out Facebook, check out Instagram. There are so many ways to celebrate the magnificence that is you. Make this day a great day. Share this and expand the flow to everyone you know. Grateful to have you here. Have a great day, everyone. Namaste.